Hi class, happy Thursday. We are in our last week of our 5-week course. This is week 5 and it is Thursday, so today is the final day for you to post your initial response to our week 5 discussion, which I have here. And I wanted to talk to you about the discussion as well as your week 5 assignment to make sure that everybody is clear on what you're doing, okay? So for the week 5 discussion, you're actually talking about the prompt that you chose as well as the topic you chose for that prompt. So let's look at these instructions. There's some background, some content information, and then we have review this week's summative assessment, which is your week 5 assignment, which is called specific genre writing. And when you go to week 5, you will see the instructions. And so you're going to select your assignment components, which is the audience you'll be writing to, which depends on your topic and your purpose, as well as the topic that you've chosen, your purpose, which could be to inform or to argue for something, and the genre. And there are 3 genres: the argument or persuasive essay, the proposal essay, or the process essay. And even though the proposal can be written as an email, it is still an academic paper, so to speak, and written in the 5-paragraph essay format. So make sure to refer to this information before you post your discussion if you're not clear about this, or to make sure that you understand the assignment. So here you have to, again, consider your audience, topic, purpose, and genre that you selected for your week 5 summative assessment, and respond to these questions in this discussion, which is, what is your topic and why is it important to you? And again, this is about the week 5 summative assessment, which is an essay, okay? And what inferences can you make about your audience? What do you hope it should be, who do you hope might read your piece of writing? What would you like your audience to do, know, or think after reading your writing? And as the author, what can you control about the piece of writing? What impact do your choices, such as your word choice, your grammar, your organization, have on your reader's experience? All right, so today is your first response, and then reply to 2 of your peers by Monday, which is our last day of the class. But let's go take a look at the week 5 assignment. Okay, so this is the week 5 summative assessment, which is a specific genre writing. So you are writing an academic paper in an academic format using the 5-paragraph essay structure, which does not mean you are limited to 5 paragraphs. You may have more than 3 body paragraphs, but you still need to follow the structure of the introductory paragraph, your body paragraphs, which follow a specific structure or format as well, and your conclusion. So here are your instructions about making decisions when communicating. So it says, for example, you will consider and adjust your writing according to the goal of the message and the needs and expectations of the audience. You will also select appropriate writing styles for your discipline or industry-specific situations. There will be times you will write pieces for many different genres, including more formal genres for college or work. Becoming familiar with a variety of genres will help you create a writing toolkit to leverage throughout your career path and personal life. This week, you will demonstrate your ability to adapt to a particular rhetorical situation, which is your topic, your audience, your purpose, right, and the genre you're writing about, and writing context by writing a piece that achieves a specific goal. So for this assessment, you will write a piece in a specific genre to demonstrate how effectively you can compose an original written work that employs appropriate rhetorical situation, genre, and organization. So before you start, please watch these 2 different videos on defining your purpose, as well as how I write. And it is a little video about the process of writing a paper like this. So you're going to need to complete part 1 and 2. For part 1, the written piece, you're going to choose one topic from one of these three genres. And again, you are going to be writing an academically formatted 5-paragraph structured essay, even though you will be emailing the first one to your boss or manager or the owner of the company. So the first one is a professional email advocating for a change at work. We also call this a proposal essay. So you're going to be proposing a specific change and arguing for why this change will be effective or would be effective for your work, and giving the reasons to support that, just the way you would do in an argument, as well as including credible evidence and outside support. For your second choice, you're going to write a how-to essay describing a process for work or home. And again, you're going to be following the academic format and 5-paragraph essay, starting with an introduction in which you'll introduce the thing or item that takes a process to create or to complete, why this is important, with a thesis of the steps that are necessary. And then you're going to go through and write these steps in an engaging way, not only just providing the steps, but explanations about why these steps are important. And then for the final choice, you can choose to write a persuasive essay, which is very similar, almost the same basically as in week 3, the argument paper, but you get to choose your topic for this argument. Remember, an argument is a position you take on an issue. That issue should be able to be formed as a question. Answer questions such as, should we do something? Is something the right way of doing it now? Should we, for example, lower the drinking age in the United States, or possibly lower the voting age? Should we have the death penalty? Should we not have the death penalty? So you're going to include your introduction, your thesis, and your supporting reasons. This paper must be written between 525 and 650 words. You want to make sure you include, not tell the reader who your audience is or the purpose and context, but make sure that when you write, you have the genre, the correct genre that you're writing about, the purpose and context in mind, the conventions that you're going to need to use for this particular choice of writing. Think about each of these 4 bulleted elements. You do not write about who your audience is or what the purpose and context is, but you keep this in mind so that when you write your paper, you are including this in the paper itself. Okay, so make sure to refer to the resources, and I've included a lot of resources at the bottom that I'm going to show you in just a minute, but you're also going to have a reflection as well, just as you did in your cover letter. So skip after the last page, which should be your your reference page. Remember, you need to have outside sources to support either of these choices, including the in-text citations and the citations in your reference or on your reference page, and they should match up. But you're also going to include this reflection and answer these 3 bulleted points. Make sure that you're citing your sources and formatting your paper according to APA guidelines, which means you need to have your title page, and then your content, and then your reference page. But again, those references need to be cited in the body of your paper as well, or the body of your text. And it says, note, you might find it helpful to review feedback from me on your previous assignments from this course before completing this summative assessment. Proofread and edit carefully. Okay, make sure you use a grammar checker. I use Microsoft 365 Editor. It's an excellent grammar checker for free, but Grammarly is also good. It's not as good as the Microsoft 365 if you do not use the paid for version. But if you have the paid for version of Grammarly, it's excellent. And then submit your assignment as an uploaded Word attachment. And then here are some additional resources on writing argument, counter argument, a tip sheet on writing a process paper example. You can look at that. A proposal argument example, and you can look at that as well. And here is the rubric and some previous resources. And then I've included many more resources, such as how to outline your paper, how to organize an essay, paragraph structure, and thesis statements. And then I've included sample argument papers as well as process papers and proposal papers for you to look at. So I hope that by looking at these and going and reading some additional resources, as well as the textbook, which has really good information on these different types of writing, that you will be able to write a well-developed and organized essay for your final paper. But as always, if you have any questions, I am perfectly happy to answer them. If you'd like to meet with me, we have a few days. I have some time available, so let me know. And I hope you're having a good week and have a good rest of your week as well.